So if you guys don't know who Casey Anthony is, she was this mom who was charged with murdering her daughter Kaylee after saying she had not seen her daughter for 31 days. During those 31 days, she was partying and basically doing everything that isn't trying to find her daughter, who they found months later wrapped in a blanket inside a laundry bag in a wooded area near the Anthony family residence. Only a complete idiot would be like, we have to find the people who did this to this sweet girl, when the person who already did it was already arrested. But back in 2011, people like this idiot actually chose to find Casey not guilty for murdering her daughter, but for providing fake information to the police. But also because she was in jail for the entire trial, they gave her time served and was released 10 days after the trial ended. Now, if you Google who murdered Kaylee Anthony, because I feel like that's a big question that still needs to be answered, it says prosecutors state that Casey used chloroform to incapacitate Kaylee, even finding chloroform in Casey's car. Florida was an actual shithole 15 years ago, more so than it is now. But for you guys to find her guilty of lesser charges is actually insane. And there have been tons of documentaries made about this, the most recent one coming out in 2022. But the reason I gave you that low rundown is because after this trial, she went into reclusion. Obviously, there were thousands, if not millions of people who were upset by this, and 95% of the hate was directed towards her. However, it was recently discovered that she joined TikTok as a legal advocate, which is basically someone who gives their advice from their personal experience of dealing with the law. And it's like, you were charged with killing your daughter. The people who need your advice need to be locked the fuck up. They don't need you telling them how to beat the system so they can get off with a slap on the wrist for murder. But nonetheless, the most hated mother in America is trying to make her long, unawaited comeback.
Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself.
Yeah, dog, I'm gonna have you pack it up right there and shut the fuck up for the rest of the video. You've been in the legal field since 2011? I wonder what happened prior to that would get you so interested in the legal field. Does anyone know? I'm sure she saw some like crazy episode of Law and Order and was like, Ice-T is... I want to do that. I want to do what Ice-T's doing. Rapping and fighting crime? And killing my daughter? Like, dog, how are you going to be a legal advocate and then start saying, I think I should start advocating for myself? That's not how it works. When someone becomes a doctor, they don't automatically go, all right, let's see what's wrong with me first, and then we'll move on to the patients, you know, since I got all the expertise. And not even that, what advice could you give someone that would help them outside of murdering their daughter? It's like how Elon Musk isn't even an elected official, but he's somehow allowed into every White House meeting. But aside from this video, she has posted 2 more TikToks. These ones are just words saying, the presumption of innocence is a sacred right afforded to all individuals arrested in this country. That is not an opinion, it is a fact. Yeah, and when you take over a month to report your missing daughter, we don't have to presume anything, because we know what happened. Guaranteed if this happened in any other state, she would have been found guilty. Florida is shaped like a penis with a fucking venereal disease. Google it. But I'm not going to read all that, especially when the next one is her finally making a statement about everything that went down, saying, it has been more than 16 years since my name has become a household one. Everyone seems to have an opinion about me, about my life. I am an advocate, a researcher. Through the years, I've dedicated myself to uncovering truths and making a difference. My journey has been filled with challenges and triumphs, but my commitment to my cause has never wavered. I strive to inspire and create positive change in the world. Dog, what truths are you talking about? You gonna admit what you did to your daughter? You gonna admit it? You're gonna admit. And also, just in case she was worried about getting in trouble with the law, they can't put you on trial twice for the same thing, so you might as well just get it out now. You can't get any more hate than you're already getting now. Like, she thought she could wait 16 years and people would be like, yeah, she's been through enough, but you can go to her comments on TikTok, and she's still getting as much hate as she did when the trial was going on. People are calling her a murderer, saying, why did you wait 31 days? There isn't a single comment defending her, which is how it should be. No one, and I mean no one, wanted her to come back, especially when she's trying to build a platform for herself. How about you fuck right the fuck off back to where you came from? Back from where you came from. I mean, she even says in her video that privacy is really important to her, so get used to seeing her in her car.
Still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will get very comfortable with my car.
And it's like, I'm sure if someone wanted privacy, they wouldn't start their own TikTok account for people to get in contact with them for legal advice. They're gonna be like, yeah, can I meet you in your office or something so we can actually, like, you know, talk face to face? And she'll be like, no, I'm actually in my car at an undisclosed location that I cannot even give you. This phone call is actually compromising my location. But I think she has to wait like at least another 10 years before she can try and make her comeback from something like this. And even then, I still think that's not long enough. But yeah, guys, I have to do something for my aunt tomorrow, so I'll see you Thursday. Peace.